The task force is designed to get everyone on the same page when it comes to investigating, prosecuting, and creating new laws to better protect animals.
In fact, rooting out animal cruelty is at the very heart of what we do.
The Animal Cruelty Task Force is the first of its kind in Suffolk County, made up of members from the Animal Rescue League of Boston, the MSPCA, law enforcement, and the Suffolk County DA's office. Its goal is to keep all animals safe.
And trying to take some new and different ways of dealing with animal cruelty at the very top, from education, to the very bottom in terms of prosecution.
Neil Litvak is the president of the MSPCA, which handled nearly 700 animal abuse investigations last year. The DA's office going on to charge 17 people with at least one animal cruelty offense. Litvak pointed to three major factors leading to the rise in abuse cases over the last few years.
One is the fact that there was a huge increase in pet ownership during the pandemic, and I think some of the people who adopted pets probably shouldn't have.
He says a tough economy is another challenge.
In any situation of economic turmoil, you will see an increase in animal neglect.
Finally, he says with people spending more time together post-pandemic, difficult domestic situations rose, and so did animal abuse.
And when people have a difficulty with one another and there's an animal involved in the situation, very, very often they become the victim.
Now, this task force has already gotten to work, not just by prosecuting people who need to be held accountable, but also by getting to work on new legislation to better protect animals. Live in Boston, Emily Maha, WCVB News Center 5.